Huge news being confirmed right now, as Claressa Shields is looking for her next opponent. Savannah Marshall just returned from participating in PFL, the MMA circuit that's been making headlines for the last decade. So, and Laila Ali is looking to be a candidate for, they're calling it an exhibition. But I told people, I want to say in November, that I was hearing some words about Claressa Shields and Laila Ali fight actually being real. It was actually being a real fight that was being looked at the time, and the confirmation for me was, I think Laila Ali did a interview recently with Andre Ward, and also she spoke on Claressa Shields, but that wasn't the reason why it was a red flag. The red flag was Claressa Shields had did a live that same day talking about Laila Ali, and I was supposed to actually do a live stream about that, but I probably will today. And she was supposed to do, a situation with Laila Ali a long time ago as far as sparring, then it turned into a fight. So they got some friction going on. And Laila Ali's been dropping a lot of weight recently. Not that as if she was fat. She's dropping weight like she's going to make a weight class or she's getting in some kind of shape. She already she walks around in shape. I'm gonna just be real with you. She Trust me, she keeps a couple of rounds on her. So a few rounds. So that's always something that's happened. She the same matter of fact, she's probably the same size, close to being the same size now as she was back then. So she's always in shape. Matter of fact, for her age, she's probably one of the most in shape people you'll find. So that's not going to be a problem. Trust me. The problem would be what weight class they will fight at. I don't know if she'll need any adjustments, but we'll see. Right now, Dimitri Salita said that as Claressa Shields promoter for Salita Promotions, he said that Savannah Marshall is, the best candidate right now as far as for a fight, that's already been talked about for a while and it's been kind of brewing. The first fight was good, had a good build up. I thought the crowd was awesome. Everything about the fight was good. And it made a lot of waves in the boxing world. But the Laila Ali versus Claressa Shields fight has been talked about for a long time. A lot of people have been asking for this fight. Most people felt like it always could happen. It was, one or two things away from actually happening. Laila Ali at one point even said, "I just want to," she put a number out there, and for some reason nobody wanted to meet that number. That was very odd to me. I want to say that was 5 or 6 years ago. She threw a number out there and nobody wanted to touch the number. I'm like, well, what is going on? And she was a lot younger then at that point. So I know she was always game for a fight. A lot of people were looking like, nah, maybe she's not gonna do it. She's not active and everything else. I mean, when you're a competitor, you're gonna make something happen. Even Michael Jordan came back and with the Wizards after taking off some time. So it's always a competitor in somebody. Look at Klitschko. And a lot of people say, well, Laila Ali is chasing money. Trust me. That's the last thing. She wasn't boxing because she was trying to make money. She could have probably done a lot more other things instead of boxing to make money. So let's be real. That is something we can guarantee at this point. And I think my mom actually went to one of her fights. So she'll tell you right now that Laila Ali wasn't just out here she wasn't fighting for free, but women's boxing right now isn't what it was then. And even then, I think the fight that she had was sold out to the max. I think it was even in Atlanta. I think the fight my mom went to, but she's definitely always put in work and always sold out. And it because of the fight too. I heard it was actually a good fight that night. So not just because of the name. I think people got the name mixed up. And as you look over time, it's not a lot of fighters that can actually put punches together like Laila Ali. Anyways, as you've seen before, it's a lot of women fighters that come along, but can they put the punches together like that? I don't know. That's why a lot of people want to see her get in the ring with Claressa Shields. That's the reason why. Because people want to see if Claressa Shields can put punches together and on Laila Ali, And they want to see if Laila Ali can do the same thing. They're trying to see who's the best between those two. Because, over time, a lot of people said, well, that's just Muhammad Ali's daughter, so that's why she has a name. From me growing up and watching boxing, just telling you right now, it's not many women on earth who can put punches together like her or anything. It's a lot of women that could have jumped out around that time and said, oh, I'll fight her. Hey, like I said, plenty of times stuff could have happened. I know people talk about other women that she could have fought. Bro, those weight classes were not the same for some of these fighters. That would have been an excuse through the door. So that's why a lot of this stuff is happening now. But this is a good matchup to have. I told everybody this fight was gonna happen. It could be next, he said, but the fact that it's even an option now lets you know. Hey, I told everybody, Claressa Shields versus Laila Ali is real. That is a real deal fight. I heard fighting Savannah Marshall again is a home run. And then Laila Ali again, this is why she the GOAT. The GOAT. This is why she the GOAT. This is why. I'm talking about, this is stuff I want men fighters to do. Male fighters. Hey man, fight this guy, fight that guy, fight that guy. Mind you, she hasn't even had a meeting with Turki Al-Sheikh yet, which was supposed to happen during the Bitter Bill and Bibble thing. But she got stuff going on where people talking about she's smoking weed and they worrying about who her man is and why she doing this, which is cool. You're a public figure, but at the same time, geez, you know what I'm saying? Is it slander or is it admiration? Because if you admire somebody, you wouldn't want to slander them. My bad. But yeah, you wouldn't want to slander them. So I definitely don't understand, but I do understand when she's one of the first of her kind. Laila Ali was a big name around the time, but she didn't have the push because the media just wasn't, wrapping their arms around women's boxing like they are now. That's why I said Claressa Shields does have a big part in that, and Laila Ali does know that. But she also knows that she gave her some good advice, and she also knows that Claressa Shields was smart enough to actually listen to it, and not be big headed like, oh, I'll do whatever I want. She took her advice and used it, and she's smart. And this will be a home run for both of them. This will be one of the best fights ever. Just for them stepping in the ring and actually making it happen. To be honest with you. Because when you have millions of people asking you to fight somebody and you go out and do it, that usually doesn't happen when it comes to boxing or UFC, any kind of sport. So this is something I was telling people last year. I said, hey man, I know I said the Mike Tyson thing as far as Jake Paul. I told people Mike Tyson was coming back last year. I said this year, don't go all in, but you can definitely bank on Laila Ali trying to make some moves. And it's not because of a paycheck either. But you ain't fighting for free. It ain't just for a paycheck. This idea was already thought about before any women boxing in this generation was making millions, to be honest with you. So this is going to be a huge matchup, man. I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'll be speaking on this a lot more now. But now a lot of people will know that it's real. But I was telling people a long time ago, hey, this is a real fight. I had to go out on a limb because, but I'm glad I'm not a clickbait guy. So definitely not clickbait now. This is a confirmation. Her Claressa Shields promoter is talking about this. So this is definitely not clickbait. This is the real deal right here. For her to go back to back with Savannah Marshall and Laila Ali, and people will say, well, she already beat Marshall. Bro, Marshall ain't somebody you go out there and rematch. That ain't no easy fight. I mean, she could lose that fight. Man, Savannah Marshall ain't no easy fight. I don't know what everybody talking about. Savannah Marshall is not no easy fight. She is definitely not an easy fight. Whoever thinks that she's an easy fight, no, she's definitely not. She's probably the toughest opponent right now, currently in boxing. So, no, she's not an easy fight. Definitely not.